Yeah, I need a freak who a sneak. What you doing? Nothing. Come up in that pussy over. Let me see you work something. Everybody in the thuggin', we like fuck it hurt something.
Alright, we got 9-1 in the building with us today.
Wow, what's up? What you got going?
Already. So, I gotta ask you, where the name 9-1 come from?
Shit, man. Growing up, shit, you know, I'm a 90s baby, so shit, it's basically like, you know what I'm saying? I like the music and the shit that I grew up with. And since I'm a 90s baby, I do shit for niggas in my era, you feel me? So shit.
So you ain't with the new age stuff, huh?
Man, you know, I fuck with the new age shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I wear a pair of skinny jeans one day from hoes ain't too skinny. You feel what I'm saying?
Already.
But shit, you know, shit like that.
So where you from? Cause you know everybody from this hood, they say they from here, and then they like, oh well, we ain't nothing like the South, or we ain't nothing like the West Coast.
God, I feel it.
So where you from?
Yeah, you know, I'm originally a Bossier baby, but you know, Bossier, Shreveport, they right next to each other, so you know what I'm saying? I really spent a lot of my time in the city, especially when Pops had keep me at. So shit. And then my mama, she from Lake Charles, so I spent a lot of time out there too with the homies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you just had to ask me, I'm a Bossier boy.
Alright. So let me see. How was it growing up there? I'm interested to hear this. How was it growing up out there?
Now see, just cause I grew up, or just cause my stomping ground is Bossier, I grew up in Shreveport. You feel me? So I could really tell you, like, growing up in Shreveport is serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga get killed just to die, you know what I'm saying? I got young niggas just, you know what I'm saying? They just want to commit murder just to have a murder on their jacket on some shit, you feel me? Like, where you at, where I'm at, it's serious every day. Like, if you don't see a nigga dead, or if you don't hear about a nigga getting killed, it's almost like something strange going on, you feel me? Like, you know,
what's going on? Why nobody got killed today?
Me? It's like, damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It be like that a lot of places too.
Oh God. But see, you know, my little section, that shit just gritty, man. Like, you know, you don't really see like no good houses or no shit like that. You see okay houses and then ran down houses and then shit, you know. So I guess your thought process ain't even on no big level. It's just on what you see. Feel me?
What you see, what you surround yourself with.
Straight up.
Alright, so I had watched your video that you just dropped tonight. I watched it, so you know I gotta ask you. Almost like one of them old Nelly tip drill videos. But so what inspired you with it?
Man, you know, you feel me? I was fucking with Slick Music, man. Shout out Rick, man. Real live, great producer, you feel me? Like, he heard some of my music through my pops, you know what I'm saying? My pops was trying to get me out the streets, you know what I'm saying? So he had sent some music to him, and he was like, I kind of like him, you know, feel me? Let me see what he could do. So he told me come out there, you know, yada yada. I had set it up. We came out there. Well, they had set it up. I came out there and shit. When we got to the studio, he thought I had everything written. I was like, no, I ain't know I was supposed to have everything written. So we just kind of vibed and, you know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, if you could do it, do it. And I was like, shit, watch me. And I just got to writing that bitch down and shit. When he came back in the room like 20 minutes later, shit, that bitch was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, him still being skeptical, he was like, shit, let me see what you got then. We went in the studio, he was like, I like that shit. Shit, after that, we made like 3-4 more songs.
So you was in there all night, huh?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a nice little video. I said, okay, I seen it.
Man, you know how much pussy I got out that video?
Look at him. So what can we hear next from you?
Man, you know, I got Pressure dropping in like 7 days. Yeah, Pressure dropping in 7 days. And Pressure just kind of really, like, I made that song to make people want to hear me. But, you know what I'm saying, the artist I am, I speak a lot of real shit. So I'm really versatile. I can do anything, you know what I'm saying, all times. So, you feel me, it's just the next song finna drop. I'm gonna let y'all see what y'all think about that one and guaranteeing y'all that bitch gonna go. I'm already knowing.
So I gotta ask you now, after hearing all that, if you wasn't rapping what would you be doing?
Ah, man. That's really easy. I be on the block. Shit.
You'll be trapping.
Yeah, kid. I was on the block before I started rapping. You feel me? Like I said, when you grow up at, man, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a 5-time convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really ain't too much for me to do. I ain't finna go cut no grass. So at that time, it was either rich or death for me. But that don't really necessarily mean I would've just took the rapping route. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the only thing I could just see me doing, cause I need, you know what I'm saying? I
Cause see, you ain't punching no clock, huh?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Not for the money. They was trying to $725. Hell no. You ain't punching nobody clock for no $725.
Oh, no. So what made you really start rapping? Like, you knew you was gonna be a rapper, or was it like, man, everybody just chilled in the car, or one day and you start freestyling, you was like, I'm kinda cold.
Man, you know, my dad he was always with music. And shit, growing up and watching him, you know what I'm saying, he had a little music group called the B20 Boys, was my cousin Marv, you know what I'm saying, and two of his homeboys, Pierre and Mr. Richter, and I grew up listening to them and shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I fuck with that music shit. And then he had me on a couple songs and shit. So I was already introduced to rapping when I was like 6, 7 years old.
Wait, so you was on the beat at 6?
Yeah, man. They used to call me Triple K.
Oh,
yeah, King Knowledge Keeper. So shit my daddy came up with, man. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I was in music videos and all that shit by like 6, 7 years old.
So this ain't new to you then?
Nah, man. I had been fucking with it. I just ain't never take it serious. Feel me?
Already. So, I gotta ask you now. I gotta ask everybody, cause you know, I gotta know. How was it growing up with your parents?
Man, you know, growing up, man, like when I was little, as far as I can remember, me and my pops was tight for a little minute, but then my mama had came and she had came got me and shit. She ain't never bring me back. That's why I ended up staying in Lake Charles all that time, you feel me? She ain't never bring me back. So, you know what I'm saying, growing up with my mama was a real life gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, she real life pushed me through a lot of problems and situations that I'm glad that I learned from her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just put it like this and keep it short and simple. Like, that was a strong woman, you know what I'm saying? But growing up and learning not to have something and make the best out of what you got, that's a powerful lesson for anybody to learn, you know what I'm saying? So, me learning that at a young age, that solidified me to go through whatever in the world, feel me? And then, it just was like, put it like this. When I had got a little bit older and I had caught them 2 charges, you know what I'm saying? My last 2 charges, the last 2 home invasions, and my mama had got murdered. Yeah, like, I don't even like talking about this shit a lot, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was fighting 2 life sentences, and my mama was shot 8 times with an AR in the meantime, and I had just got off the phone with her the night before she had died, and you know, it really made me step my game up and fight to come home first. Cause that's the first thing I had to do was fight to come home. You know what I'm saying? Between the tears and between the pain, I had to stay sane, you know what I'm saying? Cause then I got 3 little sisters on top of it. You know what I'm saying? That was actually there and witnessed this shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, after all that, when I finally came home, I knew right then it was up.
I'm like a Newport, I get better when I'm at the filter. So if you plan on smoking me, just wait until the ending. I pray to God while I'm waiting, I load every glizzy. And I got so